All right, welcome back, YouTube. This is Steve from Formidable. Today is day 3 of our new Meso cycle. So January 3rd, first day we did chest and tris. Second day we did shoulders. And today we're doing quads and hams. So 3 exercises, 3 sets each. No more. So obviously when it comes to legs, and especially when squatting, the older we get, at least for me, and I think this is common amongst people my age, is that we need to be just a little bit extra careful when it comes to squatting and deadlifting at our age. Making sure we're minimizing any risk to injury. So anytime you're barbell squatting, of course, there's a risk to some sort of back or spine problem. I've had L4, L5 herniated issues in the past. Almost always, those occurred when I was doing a back squat or a traditional deadlift. So over the past few years, I've had really good injury-free success with a front squat. I believe it just shifts a little bit of that weight from the back to the front, reducing a little bit of the spine compression, and been pretty much injury-free, knock on some wood here, with front squats. And I really enjoy doing the front squats as well. I think there's more core engagement, so you're getting a little bit more of some other areas of the body that are working in. Of course, you can't squat as much weight as you would in a back squat, high bar or low bar back squat, but a front squat still gets some really good quad and glute development. So that's what we're going to hit first today. 3 sets. In terms of progressive overload, we're only trying to progress on the weight on the bar. I'm not adding an additional set throughout this 5-week cycle for this particular exercise. All right, so last week I ended, before the deload, I ended the previous Meso cycle at 175 on the bar for 6 reps. So I've already warmed up, and now I've already completed 2 sets. This will be my 3rd. I've got 175 on the bar right now. It feels really heavy, but you know, we're easing back into another cycle here. So that first leg workout right out of the deload, I'm paying attention to what my body's telling me and making sure I'm not going to be, I'm not going to injure myself. So I'm not going to attempt to go any higher than 175 on the bar today. This is it. So here we go. So there we go. Felt pretty strong. Probably could have got a 7th one in there, but we're gonna be smart. All right, on to our second exercise, Sumo Deadlift. All right, here we go. Second exercise, we're gonna do a Sumo Deadlift. Once again, kind of the same reasons I like to do a front squat over a back squat is to mitigate injury. So a traditional deadlift is definitely an injury prone exercise because of the load on the spine. So by getting into a sumo position, it shortens up the range of motion, but you still get much of the same benefit and you mitigate a lot of that risk. So I've been, again, back squats, deadlift. I've had a few injuries in terms of L4, L5 impingement, that sort of thing. and it was always back squat, and sometimes it was a deadlift. So I've kind of took those two exercises, went to a front squat and then to a sumo deadlift instead, exclusively. I haven't done a back squat or a traditional deadlift in a long time. So also kind of a fun little fact. I know, when we're working out, pre-energy drinks being what they are, sometimes you just need a little extra sugar. I keep a bag of Swedish fish in the gym, and I find for sumo deadlifts, orange and green paired together give you that little bit of extra sugar necessary to plow through this exercise. So here we go, sumo deadlift. This will be my third set. All right, couple pointers. Sumo deadlift. Make sure you don't let that bar get too far out in front of you. In fact, it should always be basically in contact with your body. The cue I try to lean on is let that bar drag up your shin. So use your old sweatpants. Don't want to use new ones when doing sumo, because you want that bar dragging up your shin and control it on the way down. All right, a little rest, and then we're going to the third exercise. We're going to do a stiff-legged deadlift. All right, on to the third exercise. I'm going to do a stiff-legged deadlift, and I'm going to actually put some plates on the ground to make it a bit of a deficit, to get that little bit more of a stretch to the hamstring. So target muscle is the hamstrings here. It is a sort of a deadlift in a sense, but you're loading up the hamstrings as opposed to loading up the quads, glute, and the spine. So again, risk for injury is reduced. So I find that stiff-legged deadlift or RDLs are the single best exercise for hamstring development. A lot of people, forget about the hamstrings, so to speak. We're doing a lot of back squats or a lot of squats in general, and forget about the hamstrings. So ham curls, if you have a machine to be able to do the ham curls, that's a popular one as well. But you can do this with dumbbells or kettlebells. A stiff-legged deadlift. Here we go. All right, that concludes our leg workout for day 3 in our new Meso cycle. So go in and get some nutrition. Be back out tomorrow, back around again for chest and tries. So chest tries day 1, shoulders day 2, quads and hamstring day 3, repeat. So then, depending on how your week goes, throw a day off in there. So I typically throw Fridays in as my day off. All right, talk to you in the next video.